Love is the answer. September 21, 2013. Have you ever wondered how different your life would be today if you had learned how to master the way of love? Think, beautiful children of God, if you had learned the importance of permitting love to direct what you do instead of what your mind is telling you, how different life would have been. When you allow love to be your guide and direction, you learn how to glean all the essential necessities that life has to offer for you to grow and prosper. The action derived from the tiniest measure of love that moves, shapes, unites, fits and forms allows the acceleration you require for any progress upon your current path. Love, dear ones, is moving and swirling about within you. It is white fire hot and is always a part of your complete whole being. You don't go anywhere without love. Thanks to love, you are able to come to understand what is needed each day for your greatest of good. There is not a person on this fine earth that doesn't want to be loved, and not any ordinary passing by love, but to be loved for who they are, just as they are. This need to be accepted and loved as part of your social nature, yet over time personal love has been put to the wayside. In some circles personal love is criticized and not encouraged. We have witnessed the dear souls that do pursue a personal love are often made to feel guilty about following their heart to be truly and divinely loved. Being loved and giving love is a part of your human nature. It is not a blasphemy. It is necessary and it is beautiful, and love is the most powerful force known to mankind. Love is vital to your self-esteem and confidence. When love is a part of your life, where you are giving and receiving love and you are moving through your heart, a great unfolding of your pure natural self begins to take flight, and what is being created is what God intended. He never wanted His children to live without love, when love has always been the answer to any problem or predicament. Love makes everything better and more enjoyable. Even the rainbows become brighter and more vivid when you move within the power of love. We witness more often a mistreatment of love that does not demonstrate the purity of love that is intertwined with God's love for all His children. We have seen many dear souls use love only for material or social gain. This kind of love does not inspire true confidence, and it does not promote the great unfolding of your natural self. True and natural love does not inspire the need to cause and create pain for the person chosen to be in your life. The virtue of love validates and affirms what your heart has been guiding you for centuries, and that is to gain masterful heights of its whole complete potential within your entire life. There are many dear souls among you that purposely aspire to meet and have love in their lives that would benefit their personal and spiritual lives. Many times there are complications that are involved during the formation of a relationship. When complications begin to rise instead of diminish, what often occurs is an unconstructed form of reaction and attraction. A relationship built like that can exist, but it is removed from the total context of pure love that is filled with divine energy, where both people's thoughts and actions are one and the same. A love that is bonded from the heart and soul is a resilient love that gives and moves and promotes genuine harmony. We are aware that your journey is complex and filled with many goals that you are working on accomplishing, and one of those goals many dear souls are aiming to reach is enlightenment. Understand, enlightenment requires you to be willing to love unconditionally, where you don't require any response or action in return. This kind of love permits freedom from your body and mind. It is easily understood that personal love is the best and most effective love, as it nurtures every heart that it touches. It is divine, and it is this love that God also spreads in your direction. True love that comes from the heart is what God's beloved Son, Jesus, recommended for those that sought Him, and it is how He lived, dear ones. The Son of God was a loving soul, and His very teachings are filled with love. You will find many of His stories encourage and invoke deep expressive feelings of empathy, caring, and devotion. Personal love can be one of the most challenging of things for a human to attempt. It is part of the challenges that love brings that many old teachings have steered their aspirants away from personal love. We encourage you, dear ones, to follow your heart, follow the path of true pure love, because it will lead you to your ultimate spiritual and personal becoming. You will discover more of yourself while on the path of true pure love. Yes, indeed, this path will have its difficulties. All paths and choices do. As you take each progressive step forward on the path of love, master each step, become one with it, and allow the energy of love to move through you. It will inspire you and encourage you to reach higher levels of consciousness and understanding of yourself and the world around you. Nearly every dear soul that has been on the path of love understands the challenges that come with it. Why is true and pure love so difficult? It's a question that each person has their own unique answers that doesn't include blame but knowing facts. Understandably, true and pure love requires you to walk a straight and narrow path. To be successful, you must be able to avoid certain deviations and hazards that can be threatening. It is essential to avoid the danger of becoming overly attached that creates the love that was discovered to be less pure as it becomes conditional and obsessive. It is important, dear ones, for you to understand and comprehend that true pure love heals and satisfies deeply within your core. When you are moving through the powerful energies of true pure love, you are able to truly recognize and appreciate the person that came across your path for their individual and unique personality. You develop empathy and attraction towards them and find yourself bonding, and realization of trust settles in that is fresh and welcoming to your whole self. It feels like a current of electricity has just passed through your frame and reignited your heart that you once thought was shut down. On the path of love, the risk of being seen as vulnerable is always there, but true pure love is able to recognize this and will embrace whatever inadequacies that may have been felt. Come to the understanding, dear ones, that each of you are definitely lovable for who you are and not just because of any spiritually divine substance. When you take that brave step forward onto the path of true pure love, you do learn much of yourself. You suddenly find it necessary to make any changes to flaws or imperfections that you find in yourself that normally you would have ignored. Many dear souls find it easier to love God than another person because they know God does not require them to change unless change is what they themselves want. He accepts unconditionally who you are as you are, and He loves you for you being you. Whereas when you are on the path to love another person, you are saying without words that you are willing to love them regardless of any flaws and imperfections. There is no room for the ego here when you are working from your heart on the path of true pure love. If the ego enters this path, love becomes conditional, expectations are born, and the pureness of what was becomes less. Love in all its true and pure sense is required for each of you to be divine. Even universal love that many dear souls are pursuing requires tenderness, devotion, and personal love that is not attached but is pure and true from the heart that is intertwined with that of God. Understandably, anything less falls short from being truly and purely loving and divine. True pure love is human and universal, which promotes its truthful and divine nature. Continue on the path of love and embrace its power in all its entirety. Do not fear its power. Allow it to move through you, encompassing all that you are. Take notice of Jesus' teachings of love and allow His teachings to direct and guide you to your own horizon that delivers you to deeper understanding of yourself and of the world around you. Love is what God is all about. It is in His words through Jesus, and it is what He is promoting and wanting for all His beautiful children. Love is what you are also all about. Simply come home to it, dear ones. I am Ascended Master, Sanat Kumara, through Julie Miller. spiritualnetworks.com